Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math, grade 9 math, sorry. You can find all the lessons on aplustudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 math and click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with chapter linear function. And the lessons we're going to cover today are standard form find x and y intercepts, standard form graph and equation, equations of horizontal and vertical lines, and graph a horizontal or vertical line. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Right? So here I am on grade 9 math. We're going to start with the chapter standard form x and y intercept. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is standard form find x and y intercepts. Let's just start with the lesson. Find the x-intercept of the following equation. The equation you are given is 6x plus 5y equals 0. You have to find the x-intercept, right? So when we have to find the x-intercept, that means we need to find the point where the graph is touching the x-axis, right? The x-intercept is the x-coordinate of the point where the graph crosses the x-axis. If a line crosses the x-axis at the point x0, then x is the x-intercept, right? So the x-intercept is on the x-axis. That means there y equals 0. On the x-axis, y equals 0. So you need to put the y equals 0 in the equation to find the x-intercept. So simply replace the y with 0. 5 times 0 is 0. You are left with 6x equals 0. That means x equals 0. So that means x is 0, y is 0. The graph is passing through the origin like this, right? Origin it is passing through the. So whenever we have to find the x-intercept, we put y equals 0 in the equation, right? And whenever we have to find y-intercept, we put x equals 0 in the equation. Let's just start with the test questions. Find the x-intercept of the following equation. Simplify your answer. You have to find the x-intercept. That means you need to put y equals 0 in the equation. So x minus 6 times 0 equals 8, right? So 6 times 0 is 0. You are left with x equals 8. That means x is 8, y is 0. So the graph is passing through the x-axis on 8 and 0. The correct option is 8, 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. Find the y-intercept of the following equation. So now we have to find the y-intercept, right? So for the y-intercept, we always put x equals 0 in the equation. The equation is 7x minus 3y equals 0. You have to find the y-intercept. That means you need to put x equals 0. 7 times 0 equal negative 0. 7 times 0 minus 3y equals 0. 7 times 0 is 0. Negative 3y is 0. And y equals 0. So the correct option is 0. The y-intercept is 0. Got it? The correct option is y equals 0. Option number 1 is the correct option. Find the x-intercept of the following equation. Now you have to find the x-intercept. So how do we find? We have to replace the y equals 0, right? So simply replace the y 0. That would be 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 10. That is 2x equals 10 and x equals 5. The correct option is x equal 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Find the y-intercept of the following equation. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, that is y equals 5. Got it? Sorry, negative 5 it is, not 5, right? Okay, got it. The next one is find the x-intercept of the following equation. So which is the correct option? You have to find the x-intercept, right? That means you need to put y equals 0, right? That is x equals 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Find the x-intercept of the following equation. 3x plus y equals 6. So for the x-intercept, you need to put y equals 0, right? So which is the correct option? It is option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is standard form graph and equation. Okay, let's start with the lesson. Graph the function using intercepts. So you have to find the intercepts first and then you have to graph the equation, right? So we just learned how do we find the intercepts. We have to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So here is how we find, whenever we have to find the x-intercept, we need to put y equals 0 in the equation, right? So when y equals 0, x equals -5. Here it is. So you need to find the y-intercept. The for y-intercept, you need to put x equals 0 in the equation. So the y-intercept is -4. Now you have the x-intercept and the y-intercept. You have to plot these x-intercept and the y-intercept and you have to plot the graph. Here is the x-intercept, the point that is that crosses the x-intercept, and here is the y-intercept, the point that crosses the y-intercept. You have to join them and make a line. Okay, let's just do the second example. 2x minus 3y equals 6, right? Let's just find the x-intercept and the y-intercept because for this lesson you have the tutorial only, not the practice questions, right? For x-intercept, you need to put y equals 0. So 2x minus 3y minus 3 times 0 equals 6. That is 2x equals 6, x equals 3. Now put the y, if calculate the y-intercept. 2 times 0 minus 3y equals 6. That would be then 3 and 0. So negative 3y equals 6, y equals -2. That is 0 and -2. So you have now 2 points. Just plot these x. This is the x-intercept. This is the y-intercept. Here is x is 3, y is 0. And 0, -2. X is 0, y is -2 points and make a straight line. That is the graphless equation. Got it? If you have any question related to the lesson, you can please ask. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Okay, the next example is graph this function using intercepts x plus 7y equals 7, right? So first you have to find the x-intercept. So for the x-intercept, you have to put y equals 0 in the equation, right? That is x equals 7. So you have the point 70. Now you have to calculate the y-intercept. You need to put x equals 0 in the equation. 7y equals 7, y equals 1. That is 0 and 1. So you have x is 0, y is 7, and then x is 0, y is 1. You have to join these 2 points and make a graph like this. This isn't the straight line, although, but you have to make a straight line. Got it? If you have any question, let me just show you the graph. This is the graph. If you have any question, you can please ask. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Okay, let's just move on to next lesson. You can find the practice questions in your book and you can do as many as you can, right? The next lesson is equations of horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, look at this graph. The line that is parallel to x-axis is the horizontal line, right? So the line is the horizontal line. You have to write down the equation of this line. So you have to see because that is a straight line. So on every point, the has the same value, just the x values are changing because that is a straight line. So every point has the same x value but different, sorry, every point has same y value but different x values. For here you have x is -9 but y is still -2, right? So the equation for this line is y equals -2, right? The correct option is y equals -2. Here is the equation. That is y equals -2, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, look at this graph. So the graph is parallel to y-axis, the vertical graph it is, right? So how do we find the equation? You have to see the graph has same y values, just the x values. The graph has same x values, just the y values change. X is -1. On every point, the x is -1, just the y value is changing. So the equation for this graph is x equals -1, right? Because here you can see the graph is passing through the x-axis at x equals -1. So the graph of this equation is x equals -1. Got it? And vertical graph, it is the line that is parallel to y-axis is the vertical graph. Okay, so the correct option is x equals -1, the correct option. Okay, the next one is look at this graph. So the graph is parallel to x-axis, right? Horizontal graph it is. So the equation for the graph is the graph is passing through the point y equals 6, right? So the equation must be y equals 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is yes, x equals 6 is the correct option because that is the vertical graph. So the correct option is x equals 6. Is the graph of the equation a horizontal or vertical line? Y equals -10, right? That means the line is parallel to x-axis. So which line it is? Horizontal line it is. The correct option is option number A, horizontal line it is. Is the graph of the equation a horizontal or vertical line? X equals -3, which is the correct option? X equals -3. That is the vertical line. The correct option is option number B, vertical line it is. Look at this graph. What? Write the equation of the line. So which is the correct option? y equals 9, which is the correct option? You have to make a line on y equals 9, right? Here it is. The correct option is option number. Okay, you don't have, just have the practice. You don't have the practice questions for this lesson. You just have to look on the tutorial. The next one is point slope form, graph and equation. So let's just see how do we graph an equation in the point slope form, right? Graph this function y minus 1 equals negative 5 times x minus 2, right? The point slope form of the equation is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1, right? That means you need to write down the equation in this form, right? So the equation is y minus 1 equals negative 5 times x minus 2. So y1 is 1. This is y1, this is x1. That is 2, 1, right? And the slope is negative 5. You have to find the point y and x. You have to compare both the equations, the one you are given in the question with the one that is point slope in point slope form, right? Here it is. The equation in the point slope form is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, right? So x1 is 2, y1 is 1. So the point on the line is 2, 1. And when you compare it with m, so that is m equals negative 5. So you have two things, a point 2, 1 and a slope negative 5. You have to use the point and the slope and you need to make a graph, right? So first thing you need to plot a graph that is to point up graph up point that is 2, 1. Here is the point 2, 1. Now you have to look for the slope. The slope is negative 5. That means you have to move 5 down and 1 right. So here is the point. Move 5 down and then 1 right. So join these 2 points and make a straight line. That is the solution of the equation in point slope form. Got it? Okay, y minus plus 5 equals 4 times x minus 3. Let's just solve this one. First thing you need to compare it to the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So the equation is y plus 5 equals 4 x minus 3. So x1 is 3, y1 is 5. So you have a point negative 3 and 5, right? And the slope of the graph is 4. You have to use these two things, the point and the slope, and you have to make a graph. So first plot the x equals negative 3 and y equals 5. Here it is, right? Now the slope is 4. That means you need to move 4 over 1. You need to move 4 up and 1 right. 1, 3, 4 and 1. So you have these 2 points. Just join them and make a line. Got it? Hold on. Oh, that would be -3 and -5. Basically, the equation is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, right? But in the question, you are given y plus 5. So you have to write down y minus minus 5. That means that's why the point is 3 and -5. Got it? Okay, let's just do the other example. Okay, 1 by 3 x minus 2. So let's just start with the lesson, right? You have to compare it to the equation, that is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. That is y minus 5 1 over 3 x minus 2. So x1 is 2, y1 is 5. That is 2 and 5. And the slope is 1 over 3. So first you have to plot the point. X is 2, y is 5. Here is the point. Then 1 by 3, right? The slope is change in y divided by change in x, right? That means you need to move up 1 point and right 3 points. So up and right 1, 2, 3. So you have another point here. So you just have to join these 2 points and make a straight line. Got it? Right? The graph looks like this. Okay. You can complete the lesson by yourself later. You can find the practice questions in the book. Do as many practice questions as you can. So we were working on grade 9 math. The chapter we were working on is linear functions. The lessons we have covered today are standard form, find x and y intercepts, standard form of an equation, equations of horizontal and vertical line, graph a horizontal and or vertical line. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So that's all for today. If you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.